talk about our able, competent leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And today we are talking about Igbos for Asiwaju. We have the founder of Omalegboku Initiative Progressives here. Her name is Honorable Mrs. Ginika Tor. We're going to be talking about why she is supporting Asiwaju and why she's mobilizing Igbos to support Asiwaju in the coming 2020 election. Thank you so much for joining us, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, ma. Ma, can you please introduce yourself properly?
Okay. Ginika Tor, Federal Character Commissioner, representing Enugu State. The founder, president of Omalegboku Progressive Initiative, and also the convener of Igbo Queen for Asiwaju. I'm also secretary to Project 774, another great project for Asiwaju, and national coordinator for Asiwaju vendors. All this put together is to ensure that 2023 will have a new and amiable president in the person of His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Thank you very much. The question that would be in the minds of many people is why Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Because of course, apparently we have three major contenders in the coming election, and someone from your tribe is actually one of them, which is Peter Obi. So why are you moving your vote from Peter Obi to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Well, I'm not moving my vote from Peter Obi. I didn't have my vote at all with Peter Obi. So it's only when I have my vote with Peter Obi that you say I'm moving it.
And I'm asking because people would naturally feel like because you're from the same tribe.
We all have right to our decisions. And for me, I have my good reasons, which I'm going to be stipulating today. Well, if you look at my Facebook page, you'll observe that during the primaries, I openly came out to, advocate for Southeast presidency. And that is because I actually feel and believe it's our turn to lead. While I was doing that, I did it with all of my heart. I never met Asiwaju. I never met anybody from that is not from the Southeast region. But you saw what played out. I'm APC and I remain called APC. I'm unshakable with APC. So, you saw what played out. My brothers came out in numbers to pay 100 million for funds. But I believe that what they would have done was to come together, at least bring one or two persons and say, okay, this is our turn and we need to get somebody there from the Southeast region. But they didn't do that. So, and finally, on the day of primary election, presidential, you saw people stepping down for someone. When I wasn't there, doesn't mean I wasn't supporting Asiwaju or I didn't believe in Asiwaju, but I just believe in what I believe in, that you should go to the Southeast. And that is it. But finally, on that day, you saw everyone stepping down, people stepping down. And I began to look at it and look, for me, I'm APC, and whoever emerges today under the platform of APC, I will surely support. And then finally, Asiwaju emerged. And then I asked myself, he has emerged. When I was even advocating for Southeast presidency, I did my research. And all you hear is he's old, he's sick. That was really what propelled me to start having passion for him, passion to ensure that he comes on board as the president. Because it's not in our hands, our place, to decide who is sick or when anyone is going to die. Our lives, God didn't put it in people's hands. So I looked at it and said, if this is the only offense, his only offense is that he's old. Little did they know that when you sit with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you must be very, very intelligent to engage him. He's extremely intelligent till date. I'm not saying years back, I'm talking about today. For you to engage Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you must be very sound. And when I saw that, I said, well, let's look at the other part of old. When you leave your wine for some time, what happens? it gets sweeter. Then when you have a good wine, what happens? It gets better. Then I said, Asiwaju is a good man. He has good pedigree. He has led great leadership. He has shown leadership qualities. And at this point, I would say that his wealth of experience playing out, if he could do what he did in Lagos as a young man, that's like 20 years ago. You can imagine what Nigeria will be turned to with his wealth of experience. Do you get it? So that's why I'm going to leave no stone unturned. And I have no reservation about it in supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because for me, we want something new, we want something great. We want to see that person who will move from this step that we are now to another step, bigger step, who will change the narrative. I always use the word passport. I know why I say passport, because our passport is something that when you bring it out all over the world, it looks like, oh, Nigeria, and they start treating you. It may remain green because green is fertility, green is greatness, green is growth. But that green, we finally have the attributes of green. It will become a valid green with Asiwaju.
That's very beautiful, ma. But I want to ask, do you think other Igbo indigenes feel the same way like you do?
Well, a lot of us do. But that does not change the fact that, or make the fact that they were at a point here to come to terms with the emergence of Asiwaju and again Muslim tickets. But what are we doing? That is why we set up what we call the Igbo Kwenu for Asiwaju. Igbo Kwenu, Asiwaju Sentima. Under the auspices of Omale Igbo Progressive Initiative, my group, and then we've been able to touch people with it, take the message of Asiwaju to them at their doorsteps.
And you've been to different states?
Oh yes, we started with Southeast because charity begins at home. We started in Enugu State and we hosted over 1,500 persons.
He built a solid foundation, and that foundation is still standing and still standing firm in the country and in Nigeria and in Lagos State. So, I am here openly to say that as we unveil the Omale Igbo Progressive Initiative, we say Omale Igbo Progressive Initiative supports Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Igbo.
Yeah, Igbos, of course, persons in Enugu. And then we moved on to Lagos State and we hosted about 284.
For your mandate we shall stand. For your mandate we shall stand. For your mandate, for your mandate, for your mandate we shall stand.
So you can imagine 284 persons that now know the truth, why they should vote for Asiwaju, why they should take Asiwaju as their father, why they should not make the mistakes that they used to make in the past. Those 280 talking to another 280 each, I'm able to reach out to 84. So you can imagine one person reaching out to even 50. Do the calculations.
And you've been to Calabar too?
Yes, that is for Southwest, then we did South, we chose Calabar.
My Igbo brothers, my Igbo sisters, non-indigenous in Calabar, we are talking to you now that you should not make the mistake. Why shouldn't you make the mistake? Because this man is tested and trusted.
To also appreciate the efforts of our national woman leader, Dr. Betta Edu. You know, we can't go elsewhere. We have a governor in South, we have our national woman leader, so we chose South. We chose Calabar for South, and it was a huge turnout. As you can see, over 400 persons were present.
Better to guide us home.
Picture and video speaks. We hosted them, and they were also, glad at the end of the discussion. It was a town hall meeting, it's not a campaign, but a town hall meeting, because we needed to you start from your home. If people in APC do not even believe in our choice, on our choices, then they will not be able to sell it out, because it's only what you believe in. Because I do believe strongly in what I'm marketing, and that's why I can go all out talking about Asiwaju and Shetima.
Okay, talking about mobilizing, do you intend to touch all the 36 states we have? Because as we all know, Igbos are mostly everywhere in the country. So what
Yes.
are your plans in doing that to, touch people from even the north and,
Of course, you know that there's a saying that anywhere you come to and you do not find an Igbo man there, pack your bag and disappear because that means this other place is not fruitful or there's nothing to tap from it. Igbos like to, delve into virgin lands. We are great innovators. We are great. We have potentials. So we go to a place and turn it to good. We turn a land that has nothing to something. So Igbos are domiciled in every part of Nigeria, and that is why we're moving. Of course, starting from the 6 geopolitical zones, we have been able to cover the south with the South Sea, Southwest, and South. So south is covered very well. On the 5th of August, we'll be moving to Kano State, where we'll now be able to cover the northwest. And then the next day will be in Yobe, where we'll be able to cover the northeast. And then we come down to FCT for North Central for our grand finale for the zonal tour for Igbo Kweno for Asiwaju. After then, we'll begin to go into states. All the states, we'll be able to touch all the states. But so far so good. It's been self-funded. We've not been talking to people really.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Because when people see you, they feel like, oh, you've collected money. It's not about money. Anybody supporting Asiwaju is money. And most especially being Igbo, they feel like, oh, it's being funded by Asiwaju. So let's just put that straight. Is your foundation being funded or not?
The second outing we did, which was in Lagos, most people were even saying that we were borrowed Igbos. And I had to start sending these things myself to say, look, I'm not just a woman that is known in Nigeria. I also double as a federal commissioner, so I can't be borrowed, And I have to start funding it myself because my people won't take us seriously if Asiwaju had given me money, if the governor of Lagos State, who is our grand patron, had given me money. I decided to make my moves myself. And I didn't source for fund. I single-handedly funded this outing.
Just for
Up to Calabar, yes. The honorable member that assisted in Lagos, who is also my co-coordinator today, Judy Dimogu, spent part of his money to achieve Lagos State. I gave the rest. And I mentioned the person that gave us something. No matter how little it is, at least that effort should be appreciated. And that is my friend, the Federal Commissioner, National Commission for Refugee and Internally Displaced Persons, Honorable Iman Suleiman. She did her best, and that was all. No money from anywhere. It is Ginika's money. Calabar was supposed to hold a day after Lagos. I had to move it to yesterday because I need to wait for my salary to be able to add up to what I had already, put together for us to achieve yesterday. And my salary came, and I put everything in it. Of course, we need people to come support because I won't be able to do it alone. But at least I should be able to say I've been able to single-handedly handle South, Southeast, and Southwest. Now going to the north, we're going to Kano. We are calling on women in Nigeria to come support. People will feel the way they feel. They can say whatever they want to say because that's the trend. If they don't cash out, they don't work. So I know people looking at what I've been doing because it's massive will not want to believe that I've not cashed out. But I'm saying it on a national TV. Let anybody come out to say this was what they gave to me. I'm saying it because I know it's the truth. That I spent my money, my hard-earned money. I don't steal money. I work as Federal Character Commissioner, so I only depend on my salary. I don't racketeer job. I don't even get slots, not talk of racketeering it. So I'm just there to ensure that the imbalance is balanced. And that's what I do. I don't engage myself in things that will put me in trouble. So the little I have, I'm a contented person. I spend it however I can, make sure my kids are good, and I'm fine. For now, it's all about Asiwaju Shetima tickets.
Talking about Asiwaju Shetima tickets, people feel like if Asiwaju becomes the president, the inclusion of Igbo indigenes in governance might be limited because he is not Igbo and the vice president is not Igbo. How do you feel about that? Do you think
that would be unfair for people to think that way? Because Asiwaju has proven to the world that he's a man of all. Let me give you, for instance, to date, he set up a foundation that is still existing. If you come to Lagos State, they give you C of O as an Igbo man who built Lagos State. But if you come to River State, are they not our brothers and sisters? Yet they give you list. They don't give you C of O. Go and find out. That's the foundation Asiwaju laid. As I speak to you today, a woman from Enugu State in the name of Honorable Morin is the vice chairman of Amuwo local government. We have another woman from Imo State that is also a vice chairman in Lagos State. We have Joe Ibokwe, who is SSA to the governor in Lagos State. He's from the southeast. We have the man that joined me in organizing the Lagos event, Jude Idemogo. He's from Imo State. He is today a House of Assembly member in Lagos State House of Assembly. We talk about councillors. We have 3 councillors, 2 women and a male from the southeast region. So tell me, Asiwaju is still the father of Lagos State. If he does not want that which he has started to continue, he would have stopped it. But he did not, but rather gave Igbos. I told the Igbos, it is where you eat, you protect. Be it that Asiwaju becomes the president, you have nothing to lose giving him your votes. Be it that he does not, you have nothing to lose giving him your votes because you have to give back to that person that has given to you. Hey, you cannot work in zone A and receive salary in zone B. I've spoken to them. The word is enough for the wise. For those living in Lagos, they have no reason whatsoever to vote otherwise. They have no reason. Because that's their home. And they have given them conducive environment to make some money. And they're living good. They've been a part of Lagos. And I gave them an instance. Somebody raised an issue and said, after they have worked and all of that, they start treating them. I say, please, take yourself away from being an Igbo man and put yourself as a Yoruba man. You have come to somebody's land and you're taking part of what belongs to the person. And they've been able to give you part of it. All you need to say is thank you for the ones you have gotten. In Enugu State, how many Yorubas have you given such opportunity? Let's not be selfish. Let's appreciate goodness so that more can be given to us.
That's very beautiful. So let's just talk about Asiwaju's competency as a president. I'd like you to tell the Igbos what you see in Asiwaju for them to be able to be convinced that Asiwaju should be the next president of the country.
Ndị Igbo, ụmụnne m, Igbo kwenu for Asiwaju Shettima. Igbo kwenu for Asiwaju Shettima. Let me start by saying that antecedents of Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot be emphasized, tested, trusted. Even the Igbos have met. None of them said Asiwaju is a bad man. They only said he's old. And I'm telling them, Asiwaju did not say our local. Ndị Igbo, Asiwaju did not take what belongs to you. You have been giving your vote to PDP. When it was time for PDP to make their choice, they went down north. They did not consider even the south. Are you going to make that same mistakes again? When Asiwaju came, he said, Èmi ló kàn. Ó sì náà yà wá kọ òróró. Èmi ló kàn. He didn't say àwa ló kàn. He didn't say it's our turn. It's not a selfish issue. Èmi ló kàn. It's my turn. I do not have too many years anymore. 40 years is in the hands of God. But the little time I have on earth to live, Èmi ló kàn to make the change. It's my turn to make the change. Give me the chance to do so. Igbo, give him the chance to do it. And then asked, why? You have impacted personalities. You have raised people. You have raised intellect. Why can't you take a younger person? He answered again, Èmi ló kàn. I have given them these opportunities. I have allowed them. But I haven't seen that I'm looking for Nigerian people. Give me the chance. I want to do it myself this time around. Èmi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for your time, Ma. That was a very beautiful one. And I really hope that Igbos at home would be able to choose wisely.
And before you end it, let me say something about the Muslim ticket. And if it's going to be an issue, it should have been in the law. The law would have, if the law enables it, then it's enabled. If it's not enshrined in our constitution, then they would have considered that we should not base our decisions on religion, religious sentiments, ethnic bias. Should be something we should put away to get Nigeria going in a better way. Why do I say so? Talk about Muslim. We have been doing Muslim Christian. What have we achieved so far? Are you happy? The answer is no. Don't you think that time has come? Because this is a drastic moment and we need drastic decision. We need to win an election. We made a choice. And then we chose. And choosing Muslim. Don't you think it's something new? Let's try it and see how it pans out. It's always good to try something. That one you're asking for now, what has it fetched you in the past? Did it fetch you what you want? No. You need something new. So do that thing. For God used the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. It may look foolish to you, but at the end of the day, future assured. And then you can look at the peculiarity between these two men. They built a foundation that is sustainable. Look at their successors. Talking about His Excellency Sanwo-Olu. See what he's doing up to date. That's the foundation of Asiwaju. And he's kept to it. Doing great. Inventing a lot of things in Lagos to ensure that Lagos is sustained amicably. Talking about Zulu. Nobody even contested against Zulu. He's going to contest against it. That's something new. Are there not people who they succeeded? Their predecessors did not give them problems. They allowed them to show, to explore. Some people, when they are doing good in a particular position, as soon as they want to leave, they give you somebody bad. So they begin to say they are the only ones who can do it. But these two men are different. They gave people who will move from the place they stopped and even do better than them. That was what they did. So that's the peculiarity. And if these two people can come together for Nigeria, my brothers and sisters, it is time. And this is the time. Having said that, I want to end it by saying, kudos to our president, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, who emerged at a time when we had so much decay in everything he has done, humanitarian activities and all of that. Yes, we agree, there's a lot of problem, insecurity and all of that. But does it take one man to make a country look better? All of us should start thinking of how we should make our own impact. President Muhammadu Buhari will not be everywhere, but he has put people in place to do these things. Let these people rise and do the needful. Let these people rise to do the right thing. That way the president will receive less heat. And then we talk about fuel, oil and all of that. It is all over the world. It's an issue. It's a global issue. Recession is a global issue right now. But we make our own look like it's the fault of the president. Let's all put our hands together in love, one love, in unity, come together and think of a way forward. Let's raise think tank to think of a way forward and stop laying blames. And my last message goes to APC members. I used to feel somehow when I see a member of APC saying, why Muslim ticket? Why this? I think we are one. We are APC. So our wrong should be our wrong. Our right should be our rights. Our mistakes should be our mistakes. If you are a core APC member, at this point, we are moved beyond Muslim issue, beyond Southeast or Southwest or North issue. We have a candidate. We have his running mate. It is time to go forward. Shield all sword and take up the bold step to take and sustain the leadership for APC. Because we are yet to complete what we have started. And then we need this time with Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his running mate, Shetima, to make Nigeria better.